Okay, in this tutorial, I want to introduce you to random numbers in JavaScript, and I'm going to show you how you can make a random number in JavaScript, okay? So the reason you want to do or be able to, generate random numbers in JavaScript is it's actually very useful later on in this course when you want to have a situation where the computer maybe makes a decision, okay? So for example, maybe you're creating a game of, we call it X and O's in Europe. I know it's called tic-tac-toe in America, possibly Canada as well. I should know that because I'm Canadian permanent resident. I don't know what we call it in Canada. Anyway, when it comes to making decisions, even something like chess, for example, chess is universally known as chess around the world. Although you kind of want to be a bit more strategic rather than just generate random numbers. But the point is, you want to be able to generate random numbers in JavaScript. You can use random numbers to help the computer make a decision. So for example, if a number is between 0 and 0.5, maybe the computer will take this action, but if it's above that, the computer will take another action, okay? So in order for us to generate random numbers, we need to know that there's something in JavaScript called the mat object, okay? So it's inbuilt into JavaScript. And what we can do is we can use syntax such as mat with a capital M, a little decimal, say the word random, and then have parentheses following it, and that will generate a random number for us. And what we can do is we can store that in a variable. So let me just show you this. So I'm going to say we can call it random or random number. So we can say let random number equal to, so the assignment operator, and all you need to do is just use this code here, okay? Mat.random. I'll type it out. So it's mat with a capital M. So you say mat dot random, and then what you want to do is have your parentheses and semicolon to end the statement, okay? Now, if I save and refresh, we had the last tutorial, nothing's going to happen because I haven't logged it out to the console, right? So what we can do is just say console.log random number semicolon to end statement and save. And I'm going to refresh the browser a few times and let's see what happens. So we get 0.20. Now we get 0.4, 0.6, 0.73, 0.01. So every time we're getting a random number. And you'll notice we're getting numbers between 0 and 1. So what mat.random does is it generates a number between 0 and 1, or more specifically, it generates a number that is inclusive of 0 but exclusive of 1. So really it goes from 0 all the way up to like 0.9999999, etc. Okay? Now, if you wanted to round that number, okay, to the nearest decimal, whether it be 0 or 1, you can do that as well. So how you would do that is you would use mat.round. So what you want to do is you want to wrap mat.random basically wrap that, put it inside of the parentheses here, mat.round, okay? So don't be intimidated by this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say mat.round, okay, open parentheses there, and add a parentheses at the end here and save, okay? So let's just recap. I'm using the let keyword to create a variable. I've named it random number. Notice that it's camel case. There's two words, random number, so the second word number begins with a capital N. Then I've used the equal sign, which we know is the assignment operator, to assign some sort of value into this variable called random number. So what we're doing here is we're saying mat.random, and the mat object is built into JavaScript. We do have access to it. It's like a power we're able to use. So I'm saying mat.random. Don't forget your parentheses there. And then I'm putting that mat.random into the parentheses of mat.round. So we have let random number equal to mat.round, open parentheses, mat.random, parentheses there for mat.random. That generates a random number, this bit of code here, between 0 and 0.9999. And we've put it in between those parentheses of mat.round. And then what we're doing is we're just logging the result out to the console. So if I save and refresh, every time I refresh now, we should get a number of 0 or 1. So we get 1, we get 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, awesome. So guys, that is just an introduction to how you can generate a random number in JavaScript. You just say mat.random parentheses. You can also round that number to the nearest whole number, 0 or 1. There are other things you can do in JavaScript as well, such as mat.floor and mat.ceil. So I'll show you those in the next tutorial.